Good morning, traders. Testing the microphone. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Good morning, traders. How you guys doing? Can you guys hear me? Can you guys hear me, please? If you can hear me, type loud and clear. If you can hear me, type loud and clear in the comment section. All right, traders. So for those joining now, all you just need to do is click the settings icon. If you're watching with your phone or whatever gadget you are watching with, click the settings icon, on the top right, and then change resolution to higher picture quality so that it will not be blurry. And let's quickly share out the link and inform everyone that we are live. That's what I'm currently doing. Let's share out the link and inform everyone that we're live. Let's just use 2 minutes for that. Let's use 2 minutes for that. Let's inform everyone that we're live, guys. Okay. And if you're joining us for the first time, quickly state your name and where you're joining us from. If you're joining us for the first time, quickly state your name and where you're joining us from, please. If you're joining us for the first time, state your name and where you're joining us from. State your name and where you're joining us from. So I can see you all. You're welcome. You're welcome, guys. So let's get to it. I know most of you are already looking at my screen. And then you guys will be like, this woman is already packing out funds without us. Yes, yes. The VIP members, are you here? If you are holding this thread with me, we said we are taking gold all the way to 4,000. We are taking gold all the way to 4,000. So if you are holding this trade with me, we entered this trade yesterday around 1:30 p.m. So VIP members, if you're holding this trade with me, type power in the comment section. If you're holding this trade with me, gold must touch 4,000. Does not have choice but to go and touch that 4,000. If you are holding, type power in the comment section. Okay. So for those joining for the first time, you're welcome. You're welcome. So let's get to it. The OGs are thinking I will not greet. So how will live section start without me greeting the OGs? The OGs in the house. Collect. Don't worry. As the market is moving, we are going to look for a way, to see if there are entries. I only, come live here, for general trading, but then the VIP members most of the times, get to take all the setups I execute within the week. So this trade alone, is enough for me to even retire, even where it is currently. It's running around 484 pips currently. So, but then we're still waiting for it there, although it's locked up. So even if he tries to disobey, we'll just get stopped out on break even. But then we are targeting $4,000. We're targeting $4,000. All right. Let me quickly switch off this. Now, for those joining you're just seeing this live section for the first time, you already know what to do. Go ahead, subscribe, turn on the notification bell so that you don't miss out. I was going through the comment section, someone was confused on whether the live section has started or has ended. All you just need to do is subscribe, turn on the notification bell so that you will be, you know, you will be notified whenever we're live. Okay, so since we already have this trade running on gold, let me see if we have possible entry, for those that are not in. But if there's no entry, we'll look for another pair. So you already know that. Let's go to the daily time frame. You can see from the daily time frame, although I've been able to read the market structure, well, I want to carry you guys along on how we were able to catch the trade. So you can see from the higher time frame, gold is massively pushing to the upside. So we don't have any other choice than to strategically position for a buy. Same thing is applicable with what we have from 4 hour time frame, this break of structure and the rest. So analysis is done already on XAUSD, and I wouldn't want to waste time on that. So moving straight to what we have currently. Let me just hide this position too. So we took the entry from here on XAUSD yesterday. So price dishing out this break of structure, all we just wanted it to do was for it to tap in and move to a direction. And I know for most of you that trade gold with me, you also noticed a lot of other blocks and maybe you were confused on the one to take. Having in mind that the trend is very bullish. You get the point? Very bullish. So it's just like this one here. I was waiting for it, but after price created a new break of structure, tapped into this one, another break of structure, and another break of structure again. We just needed to focus more on the current market price without setting, unrealistic entry. Because I know most of you, while you are looking for, how to get the extreme level, you see yourself missing out on possible setups. I don't want this trade to leave us. Okay, so we mapped this out, price tapped us in. Now, another point of entry is this one. You can see that we have this break of structure here. So when this move happened, I was literally expecting gold to come back to this particular origin, to tap us in. So this is another ideal point to wait for a buy on XAUSD. But then price is not there yet. What do we have? We have this point, another break of structure. So price literally, reacted off the origin as this point and it's still pushing. Now this particular origin is yet to give us a new break of structure. So it's either this origin will give us the spike up we need to $4,000, for gold to create a new high, getting to 4,000, or we may get this retracement and then it will tap us in here and we'll still take it up again. So these are the two setups on XAUSD. We have to set a trap here. Stop loss a little bit below, and then we'll target $4,000. We can also pay attention to the point of reversal. That is, if price should, retrace from here and drop, then this may be the first take profit point. Or then if you want to swing the trading, because this particular trade I'm holding, it smashed TP, since yesterday, but I have my other advanced traders that, I told them that I will be holding to 4,000 and then they left their TP. open just like me. Okay, so it's either we get gold here or there's something I'm saying right here. So we have this internal break of structure, although generally this particular origin has not given us a new break of structure. So we have this one, we have this one here, and then we have this origin. So if the buyers are still strong, we may take it up from here to the upside. So something like this. So let's check the risk to reward ratio. Okay. So for this one, if you want to get it now, this one is instant execution to the upside. But then we also have this one. So if I'm stating the one I trust more, it will be this one here. Although I'm holding the buy and I'm expecting it to push up from here. But viewing how price is currently reacting here, it has reacted here, different times. So it may bring in the drop and then we'll catch it from here. But then if you want to take an instant execution now, it will be from here. But like I stated, the setup I trust more for today will be this one. That's why I have my break even on this one. Will be this one. So I'm going to write out the coordinates for this one, and then let's see whether price will give us the move we're looking for. Does that make sense? Does that make sense? Okay. I see in the comments most of you are saying if you are holding a buy on gold, go ahead and close. At the end of the day, have it in mind, most of you, there's a way you approach this trading. You see, this one is already off. This one doesn't make sense again. So let's just take it off and focus on this one. There's a way you guys approach trading. You cannot be so certain when trading. All you just need to do is work according to what you see. If you are so certain, then go ahead and load it up and take your money. Most of you take trading as if that you must be you must know where price is going. You control the market. You don't. We only work according to what we see here. That's why most of you, one stop loss will throw you off balance, or um, just whenever market doesn't obey or go to your direction, it will throw you off balance. That is because you are doing analysis with pride. You are doing analysis with the fact that you don't even want to lose, and then when it happens, it will break you down. When you are doing your analysis, understand that you are just a mere speculator, and whatever market will do, it will do whatever it wants to do. You get the point. If it's a good trade, it will give you money. If it's a bad trade, it will go straight to your stop loss. You just move. That is how life is. So buy limits on XAUSD. Enterprise will be 39. 3937.47. Take profits will be around 624 pips. So which will be 4,000. Stop loss 3925.73. Apply proper risk management. So this is what we have to wait for on gold, clearing these points as liquidity if it's ready to drop to the downside. But if it does not, we may keep pushing from here until we get here. Then we may get new structure, another retracement. Then it depends on what we'll see. The new structure can be a change of character, or if it's a change of character, we'll start dropping gold. If it's not, we'll keep pushing to the upside. So, but for now, this is what I will advise. Although I'm holding this trade, I don't advise you taking a continuation entry from here because my trade is already locked on in profit. So a retracement into this point, we push it again. Okay, so that's what we have on XAUSD. Let me make it bold for everyone to see. Let's quickly go to GBPJPY. Let's start from the higher time frame. One thing about GBPJPY, whenever the market is just rotating and rotating, the buyers will always win. So from what we have here, if you can remember last week, we were getting this choppy move on GBPJPY. After this break of structure, looking at it from the daily time frame, if there was meant to be a retracement, it should have been here. But then you can see where price reacted to and pushed to the upside. So now we just need to focus on the current market structure, which is this new break of structure that we have here. We have this new break of structure. So let's go to 4-hour time frame to see the structure there. Now from 4-hour time frame, you can also see a new break of structure here to the upside. Now if we are mapping out the origin that caused the break of structure, it's going to be here. Let's move to 2-hour time frame. Okay, so from 2-hour time frame, we have this other block here. Okay, 1-hour time frame, we have it here. Now from 30 minutes time frame, we have this. This is more like a change of character now because of this drop, and we also have this origin here. But now 30 minutes order block will be here. If you also check above, we have a break of structure, and then we also have a break of structure here. So let's visit our entry time frame, which is 15 minutes. Okay, so we have this other block here, and this change of character occurred here. So we have this point to position for a buy, and we also have this point. So our first entry will be here, considering where the current market price is at. This will be our first entry for GBPJPY, and we also have another entry here, but this would be where our first bullet will be because we already have an inducement here. So if price should clear out this particular origin, that serves as liquidity for this one, and we'll tap in and push to the upside. So we'll position, we'll take it up. So this one will be a trade of 1:4 risk to reward ratio. And then we have this and this one will just be here. Just in case this one doesn't hold, position for this one here. But then this is the one I'll be writing out the coordinates. So it's going to be a buy limit on GBP JPY entry price 202.179. Take profit. So take profit is around 86 pips or 88 pips here. So take profit will be 203.062. And then we have stop loss. Stop loss is around 18 pips, 201.995. So apply proper risk management. Okay, so this is what we have on GBPJPY. Our first bullet is here, waiting for price to tap us in here. But then if market should break this point, then it will be a sell until we get here, then we'll try another buy. But this is what we should look out for now on GBPJPY. Is that clear? Is that clear, guys? Okay, so let's look at BTC. Okay, I think I already have a setup here, but let's clear it so that we'll start from the beginning. Okay, now from BTC, it is also rallying to the upside, just like XAUSD, creating new highs. Currently, we got BTC around 126K. So a break of structure here. A break of structure here. And another break of structure here. So let's go to 4-hour time frame. Now we just need to focus more on the current market trend. Okay. So this break of structure here, price already mitigated the origin. Now we have new break of structure here. Now from 4-hour time frame, it's more like a weak rejection break, not a valid break of structure. So let's view what it looks like from 2-hour time frame. So even from 2-hour time frame, it's still a weak rejection break. So we'll have to map it out as resistance level. Okay, now from 1-hour time frame, it's a full candlestick break. So reading the internal structure after price mitigated this point, we have this break of structure here. We also have this one below. So after this mitigation, we have an unmitigated origin here. So price already dished out a change of character at this point, because we have this break of structure here and another break of structure here. We'll see that clearly when we go to 15 minutes time frame. Okay, now from 30 minutes, you can see the break of structure is here. Origin mitigated, but price cleared it to the downside. Same thing at this point. Same thing here. So after this break of structure, we got an internal change of character. Price mitigated the origin that caused the change of character, and it's dropping. So this is another point to strategically position for a buy on BTC. Viewing from 15 minutes time frame. This point here. Now if you check from 15 minutes time frame, we also have an unmitigated origin here. We have a lot of them. We have this point. We also have this one here. But then from what we've seen, from 30 minutes, 1 hour, this is the one we should wait for. So a possible sell-off clearing this may actually happen because of this change of character. But then let's still go back and refine our 15 minutes entry. So after this change of character, we have this record structure here. And then we have this supply zone here. So price may get a spike of tapping and drop. But what I will advise, this is more like we're trying to catch a correctional move. Price can still come here, react and push up, come here, react and push up. But then if I'm to strategically wait for a setup on BTC, this is where I will patiently wait for it. That's literally how I take my trade. I don't really need to stress myself, especially when it comes to BTC, because most of my good trades on BTC is really when you have to wait for price to come either to the discount pricing or to the premium pricing. Then you'll be able to catch your move. So I'll wait for it here and we'll send it back up. With the way it's looking, price may not come close today, but this will be the setup on BTC for this week while I observe what it will be doing here. So to catch a correctional move on BTC will be a tap in here and then we'll drop BTC again. That's from this supply zone here, considering the structure it is creating. So this one will be for a correctional move. But then the market is generally bullish, so that's why I'm positioning more for a buy. So this is what I have currently on BTC. If I see reasons for this entry, this correctional move, I will still call out, but this is what we need to strategically position for on BTC. So it's going to be a buy limit. Buy limit on BTC. Entry price will be 122,694.84. Take profit 126,194.04. Stop loss 122,228.28. Apply proper risk management. Okay, so I have to put an alert on this supply zone. Let me see if price will be ready for a correctional move here. So this is what we have on BTC. Let's look at US30. I notice someone has been spamming the comments with it. That does not mean you should continue with that. Does not mean you should continue with that. Disturbing us with the too much, comments. Okay, so let me clear the chat. So US30 from the higher time frame, we're bullish because we just got this break of structure to the upside. Break of structure to the upside, and now we have price reacting to the origin. Now from 4-hour time frame. 4-hour time frame, we also have price tapping into the origin, but then we have this unmitigated order block here, which is where we can wait for the 4-hour entry. 15 minutes, 2-hour time frame. How did we get to 15 minutes now? 2-hour time frame. So this is how we can position. 1 hour, same thing, even more refined. 30 minutes. 30 minutes, let's get to read the internal structure. Internal structure, we have this record structure here, which is the origin we are waiting for. We have this one here. We have this one here. We have another break of structure here. Price already cleared this one to the downside. Last break of structure to the upside before the retracement. Change of character. And then break of structure to the downside. So we have this unmitigated supply zone for the correctional move entry. Now viewing from 15 minutes, this is still an ideal point to wait for a buy. Price already tapped into this particular, this one here, and it pushed to the upside. But then we need to focus more on the current market trend. This is where price reacted to, pushed, but then it's not giving us a new break of structure, so we may be getting a drop to the downside. If we get price here, this is a possible point to catch a correctional move. But then if it decides to keep dropping, we have this origin here to wait for. I know you guys are looking at this particular support. If we are trying to work with this support, it will be with confirmation, not to set an order there for price to come and mitigate. So for now, we just need to observe because US 30 is not well positioned. It's just at the middle of a sell and a buy. So we'll keep observing for US 30 traders today. Okay, so let's look at US oil. Okay, so US oil from the high time from last week, US oil traders were able to pack out good funds, both from the buy and the sell, mostly from that of the sell. Okay, price currently reacting to this support level. Now from the current market price, we have the last break of structure to the downside. We have an origin here, but then let's visit 4-hour time frame. Now from 4-hour time frame, we have this break of structure here. Now a change of character. Price already tapped into the origin and pushed to the upside. So now this one will refine it to this point. Okay, now from 2-hour time frame, what do we have? 2-hour time frame after the change of character. Here, 1-hour time frame. The origin is still here, unmitigated. 30 minutes. The origin is still here, unmitigated. So that is if price will tap in there. And then 15 minutes, origin is still there, unmitigated. Okay. So 15 minutes, this is the other block here. But then we'll accommodate all these ones. All right. So from 15 minutes, we can map this out as the break of structure, not a change of character at this point here. Okay. So if we can get price here, stop loss a little bit below the origin. And then if we can get this retracement from here, that is where we'll target. So this is what we have for US oil. Okay. Buy limits on US oil. Entry price 60.826. Take profit 62.105, stop loss 60.530. Apply proper risk management. Okay, so this is what we have on US oil. So let's look at GU. Okay, GU from the higher time frame. So we have this origin here, and price is here to tap in. Last break of structure. Change of character here. The origin that caused the change of character, which is where price is reacting to. Now from 4-hour time frame, we refine the origin. We have it here. After this change of character here. Okay. So we have here. Now let's focus on the current market trend. From 4-hour time frame, break of structure here. Last break of structure to the upside. Change of character. Change of character. More break of structures. And then we have this origin. After this break of structure, so price tapped in. Now let's visit 2-hour time frame. From 2-hour time frame, after the tapping, we also have this change of character here. On 1-hour time frame. So from 1-hour time frame with the origin we have below, I can also see this unmitigated demand here. So this being the origin, price missed it out, reacting from FVG. So it's literally a range ongoing. Okay, 30 minutes, a change of character here. Price reacted here, dropped. Price is still somewhere around there. And then 15 minutes. 15 minutes, this origin is here. And then let's focus on the current market trend. We have this point to position for a buy, although price tapped into the FVG and pushed. We have that point to position for a buy on GBPUSD. So for now, for the GBPUSD traders, just pay attention to this supply zone and pay attention to this demand zone. You may get price, tapping into one of those. This break of structure is here too, and there's a demand zone somewhere here. So for now, there's no setup. It's just to clearly observe what is going on GU, and then know whether there will be something later in the day. Okay, so let's look at USDJPY. Okay, so for USDJPY, a breakout structure here. Price tapped into the origin, pushed to the upside, and then we have this resistance level here. From 4-hour time frame, with this gap, we may not be able to see the structure. Okay. 2-hour time frame, you can see a breakout structure there. 1-hour time frame, unmitigated demand here. We cannot be working with invisible structure. So we just need to calm down until price will show us what we can see. This happened during market opening. That's the big spike on JPY pairs. Okay, and then 15 minutes. Okay, breakout structure, this is where price is reacting to. So for now, we just need to also calm down on USDJPY. I'm not seeing anything that is attractive at the moment. Okay, so what do we have again in the comments? Let's look at USDCHF. Okay, USDCHF from the daily time frame. A breakout structure. And we have this internal breakout structure to the upside. Origin mitigated. We have price respecting this particular resistance level here. Okay. Now from 4-hour time frame, what do we have here? Okay. So we have this origin here that is yet to be mitigated, and this resistance level currently that price is reacting to. Two-hour time frame, unmitigated origin here. 1 hour, still at the same point, because where price is currently reacting to, that's this box. This is just a lot of consolidation ongoing, but then we're bullish, so that's why I'm positioning for a buy. From 30 minutes, it's still here, and then 15 minutes. We're still there for 15 minutes. Now the current market price inside the range. Honestly, from my own end, there's really nothing to call out for there. So let's just see what price will do once it gets here. Because this is what currently is reacting to this point. This support. So price is just moving from support to resistance. So this movement is not my movement. I trade when the market is, pointing to a particular direction. So all these ups and downs, this one will be for, support and resistance level, traders moving to position. I don't take entries from that. So it's either wait for price to get here or price will get here. Then we'll know the next line of action. So just put an alert here. I won't be dropping coordinates. So if you trade USDCAD, just put an alert here. Okay. Now let's visit USD CAD. Okay, this is USDJPY. So USD CAD from the daily time frame. A break of structure. And then we have this unmitigated origin here from 4-hour time frame. We can move the origin below, which is, kind of far if we are trying to wait for price there. So let's focus on the current market trend. A break of structure. Price already mitigated, so this one has delivered its work. Now we have this break of structure here. If we are trying to read the internal structure, it's like this. Price tapped in, pushed to the upside. Another break of structure, and price is currently reacting to the origin. So let's view from 2-hour time frame. So this is what we have from 2-hour time frame. 1 hour. Okay, 1 hour time frame. Price mitigated already. No change of character yet for a confirmation entry. 30 minutes time frame here. It missed out on 30 minutes shadow block, and then 15 minutes same thing. Okay, so from 15 minutes the other block is yet to be mitigated, so which is still very much valid if we get a slash down. But then if price should continue to push to the upside, because currently I can see this break of structure here, but there is no change of character yet because of this last break of structure to the downside. Now price reacted, cleared. So if we get a proper change of character, then we can use this origin, and then this one will be pending. But for now, this is where you should be waiting for USD CAD here. So it's just to pay close attention to the structure it will print within the next few hours, and then know how to position. So for now, there is no strategic entry at the moment. Okay. Let's analyze the last pair before I end the section, which is what okay, let's close it up with NAS 100 for the US30 and NAS 100 traders. So from the higher time frame break of structure origin here, let's move to 4-hour time frame. We have this origin here. Two-hour time frame, same thing. 1 hour origin is here. $30 origin is here. 15 minutes. Okay, so this will be the right point for a buy. Now let's get to read the current market structure to know if there are reasons for a sell. We have this break of structure here. So where the price tapped into, price reacted off this point. So from the current market trend, I'm still expecting a drop either to this point because we have another block here, and this would be, a more ideal point to take a buy. So just put an alert here. And then for the correctional move, nothing yet. Price may want to react off this support and keep pushing to the upside. So I can only call out for a buy on this if I see something like this, a break of structure, then we can do away with what we have below and work with what we have here. So for now, let's just keep observing. Okay, so a quick recap on the entries we have. We started off with XAUSD, so you can see what we have here. Price is currently around this zone, but like I said, it all depends on how you want to take your trade. There is likely going to be a continuation movement from here, and price will be pushing up. But I'm not calling it out because price has already mitigated the other block and pushed. So if price is reacting here, it's reacting here based off support level, so it can still push to the upside to this point. So if you want to get in, is everything is at your own risk. But then the one that I can position for, because it has all my confluences intact, is this one. So that's why we have this particular pending order on XAUSD, treating everything we have here as liquidity. Price will sweep to tap in. I'm not calling out for a sell on XAUSD because currently XAUSD is just creating new highs, and you really don't know when it will create another high, especially now that 4K is inside. So let's keep observing. But this is what we have on XAUSD. So if you trade gold and you just joined, just quickly take a screenshot now. Now for GBPJPY, this is what we have. We have two possible entries, which is this one, but this one is still pending because our first bullet will go here. So we're patiently waiting for price to come to this point, and just a drop to this point, and then we push again to the upside. BTC. So this is what we have on BTC. That's what we have on BTC currently. So like I said, all these origins here, I expect BTC to clear them. If we get a spike into this supply, I may call out a sell on BTC. But let's just keep watching. Or if it's for the buy, I'll patiently buy here. So patiently wait for it. Okay, which other setup do we have? We have a setup on US oil. So let's say it is still dancing around here. If we are getting the drop, we may also, find reasons to catch the correction and move. Well, this is where to position for a buy. Unless we get a break of structure to the upside, then we'll work with the current origin. Do we have anything on USD CAD? Nothing on USD CAD, more like a lookout. So I'm still observing. GBP USD, same thing. And same thing US 30. So I think the main setup we have for today should be what we have currently on XAUSD. What we have on XAUSD currently, this setup, and GG. Okay, so that will be all for today, guys. That will be all for today. So I'm going to drop a link because I've noticed a lot of you have questions for me. But then, if you also want to join the private class, the link is pinned to the description. So just click the link to join. And like I said, that we have a trading challenge that is ongoing. I just shared it yesterday, where I'll be giving out, iPhone 17, and there is also $10,000 that will be shared for 500 traders, which is for the first 500 signups. So if you're in my public group or if you're in any of my groups, you'll see the updates. So make sure you sign up, get your accounts ready, because there is going to be a group for everyone that joins so that we can easily, you know, do the lucky draw there. So just make sure you join. The link is also pinned to the description. Okay, let me also drop the link in the comment section. So if I was not able to analyze your pair, you go to your chart and do the analysis yourself. Okay, you can click the link in the description to, pick the package you want to join with. All right, traders, I'll see you guys next Tuesday. Bye for now. Go ahead and burn the comment section.